Welcome everyone to another adventure and another video. The name is Danny, the channel is Trippin Outdoors. It's my first time ever being this far east in Portland. I'm almost to Gresham actually, at Powell Butte Nature Park. Mount Hood is just truly just incredible today. Why east? Man. Back in here is obviously Washington State, across those ridgelines, across the Columbia. That's what these ridgelines all throughout there are. That's what they are. Being that far east, I feel like this is probably Silver Star, I'm assuming. That's my guess. Either Indian Heaven or Silver Star is over here, I think. Probably Indian Heaven. I think Silver Star is actually to your left. Yeah, I see. I think this is Silver Star, by the way, over here. Peeking between those dugs. Pretty sure this is Silver Star. I think over there, those two, I'm pretty sure Indian Heaven. So I've always been quite curious why they've a lot of nature parks and general landscaping from ODOT and everything along highways and all that, other park districts. I wonder why they keep planting ponderosa pines, because those are high desert trees. Ponderosas. I don't understand why they keep planting them out here. So there's got to be somebody. Always got to be somebody. I didn't see any trash cans, but if I did, I would pick that up and take it back with me later. For the record, this is February 22nd of 2024. And it is warm and it is gorgeous and I love it. Oops, let's bounce a bit. Oh man, it's already been a half a mile. Good God. Does that mean you can actually take your horse here? Your hearse. Apparently, yes. I didn't realize. Look at all the gnats. Look at all the gnats. That's what they like to call no-see-ums most places in the country. They're not even skeeters, they're just gnats. Looks like a bunch of them have been crushed on here before too. So they definitely tend to congregate. I would go that way, but I'm not sure where exactly it'll connect me. So I'm gonna go up the trail that most people are doing. Although I'm sure it will connect me pretty quick, but you know what? Screw it. There's no true adventure unless you get the less traveled. Robins. That's good because that means that there's not a starling problem here at the moment. These are pretty freshly dug. Like, I think I heard the sound of one make a move. I got down low. Not planes, trains, and automobiles. How about moles, voles, and oh man. Moles, voles, and rodent kind. The cool thing about dead trees like this is the fact that they make perfect habitat for so many different creatures and animals out there. And not only that, but funguses. It's super cool. Plus, when they're dead, you get bugs in there. Bugs usually help break them down and decay, which is obviously a huge positive to the environment. But on top of that, you also have those are food source for things like sapsuckers and woodpeckers and other flycatchers and other bug-related birds. But of course, you also have a lot of habitat for funguses, which also help, of course, break them down. That's why usually when it's on the ground, like those logs down there, those are usually perfect prime territory for or here. In fact, inside of this little arc, I bet you there's probably going to be fungus starting if it hasn't already. A lot of times when you see split trees like that too, it's because of the fact that they are dry rotted, which is a fungus in itself. Check these out though. I've mentioned it before in a video, I think it was my Astoria video, but Himalayan blackberries are the worst. I'm actually going to have a video coming out on my main channel, The Criminal Violin, soon, where I'm going to talk about, yeah, see, that's definitely heavily dry rotted. Where I'm going to talk about a discovery I made when it comes down to trying to get a handle, slow down or completely stop Himalayan blackberries. Because these things are like our kudzu on the west coast, that you can't do anything to get rid of them. And they're just like, they're quite literally everywhere. Once they're established, once you see a plant, it means there's already a bunch of other plants elsewhere. Because they're actually technically all one giant plant. It sucks. I knew that was going to happen. Stupid thing. Big ol' oak. Oregon white oak, no doubt. Check this out. You see these little etched patterns, like an etch-a-sketch or something in here? You can see remnants in the different layers here. Bark beetles and other related bugs. Look at that. It's super cool. Like, I love how it looks. But that's usually another contributor to what kills trees. It's sad. That seems safe. It's probably half a hand depth. Jesus, look at you. You went straight down. You completely ignored the rules of Minecraft. Look at that. It's one of my favorite sights and favorite things about the Pacific Northwest and our ecosystems environment are our rainforests, because I mean, like, so cool. And when they're old enough, you actually get and established, and they don't keep cutting out the understory like clearly they keep doing here. It starts looking like it's something straight out of the Jurassic period or Triassic. It's just so freaking cool. Even Cretaceous, like, it's so damn cool, dude. It really looks like either the air circulation systems inside of our lungs up here, always with trees like this, or the vascular system, just like all of our veins. It's super cool. These are, the lung comparison is really obviously perfect, because trees and plants are our lifelines. Without them, we don't have air. Or I should say, we don't have oxygen. We have air. We don't have oxygen. Sorry. That sounded like a really stupid comment, the way I worded that. Damn. I'm gonna have to clown myself for that. That's so damn cool. My lens is a bit picky, though, on this phone, unfortunately, with the focus, but... so freaking cool, dude. I think the best rainforest in the Northwest that is at least well known of, that is a favorite spot for so many people around the world, that really properly depicts that, like, dinosaur era look and feel, is the Hoh rainforest on the Olympic Peninsula. So cool. This is still nice, but I mean, I think it's pretty clear the reason why they're cutting all of the understory out in this place, besides probably stupid fire danger tactics, which I don't agree with, but it's probably because of all the Himalayan blackberries. So, damned things. You can tell like all you can do is try to chop them back, even burn them. Okay, I remember I mentioned this in my Tualatin River National Wildlife Refuge because it was a perfect case in point. They do these big controlled burns in the Tualatin River National Wildlife Refuge to try to control and cut back on the invasives, specifically the Himalayan blackberries. And you can just see how little that does. It just doesn't do anything. In fact, I bet they're the type of plant where you burn them and they probably actually will feed off of their own burned remains because it's like, oh hey, carbon. And then they just freaking eat the charcoal, which is carbon rich. It's just like, look at this sucker though. Whoo, boy howdy. I mean, it has been absolutely drilled into. It's dry rotted. Bugs pilfering through it too, no doubt. You can tell there's fungus because just crazy. I love how this is about the only place that you can see like rings. Just such a cool look. I mean, look at this, dude. How is that not awesome? That's the kind of stuff that people try to get with their liquid paintings, you know? Is this kind of a thing right here. It's just so cool. I don't know if I mentioned it before in any of my videos, but I apologize to anybody who is sensitive to motion because I do my best to try to stay steady, but I have a natural shake, so it's tough to be able to keep stable. I try my best though. Yeah, little fern starting, as always, within the moss and the lichens. Ah, it's so pretty. Look at that. All the way up the damn sucker. All the way up, literally. You just have ferns all the way to the top. So cool. I need to get a move on because I have not been making any progress. As you always, I always either want to take photos or film all these different things like this. And then I can't seem to ever slow myself down or stop myself. And by that I mean stop myself so I can go. I have a problem. At least it means I'm enjoying it, I suppose. That tree back there is the closest thing to that Jurassic period type of thing I'm talking about, and it's still infantile. Always feel bad to see trees cut down. Feels rather needless. Joel cedar. Fun fact. Cedars in the West Coast and in Oregon and all that are not actually real cedars. Not one of them. The only one that is, you'll only find around, I believe, Myrtle Beach or somewhere around there, which is the tree of Lebanon, which is actually a cypress, of course. But it's officially I believe, if I recall correctly, that's the only true cedar we have. In fact, I think in North America. But definitely I know for sure it's in the Northwest or in the West Coast. Deodars are not real cedars. Red cedars are not real cedars. You're not real. A lot of times these pseudo cedars actually will grow in super awesome patterns. That one sort of tried to do it. That one also tried to do it. But they'll just have these incredible arcs to them, as you can see. It's not like your typical reasoning of like, oh, it's trying to grow to the light. I mean, that's obviously always a part of it, but it's not entirely. Sometimes they'll be wide open spaces and they still won't grow straight up. They'll still do that. Damn, that oak has seen better days. Sheesh. I don't even know where that broke off from, to be fair. Jesus Christ, that's crazy. Either of those trees I don't see anywhere where it could have busted from. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, well, around the curve we go. Then again, there's a lot more behind the fencings, there's actually a lot more, the further away you get, there's a lot more understory allowed to grow, so maybe it really is the typical reasoning they try to give, which is that they get people doing drugs, or they get teenagers getting horny and getting it on or something like that. I know that's why THPRD on the west side started doing that when I was a kid, like 2004 or 5, I think, maybe a little earlier. They're like, oh, we had to in all of our parks, we had to cut out all the understory because kids were getting it on at night, and then they claimed drugs as well and all that. So how perfect is that? That is gorgeous, dude. It's showing up way lighter than it actually is as well in reality. Like, this is so much brighter than it really is here in person, so you guys are getting a treat. There we go. Sort of. It still doesn't quite want to focus. That's so cool though. I think that's actually a trail down there, not a creek. Yeah, it is. I thought there'd be a creek down there, but nope. I don't think this one leads down there. If it does, I might be in a bit of trouble. But again, this is why we call them adventures, because that's what they are. You take the path less traveled, and all of a sudden you find yourself, especially when you're new to a place like this, and all of a sudden you find yourself taking a turn you didn't expect and being inconvenienced in the best way possible, arguably. That's kind of a cool shot, I feel like. I like that view. I mean, they have absolutely devastated the life out of so many trees along this trail and this path. I'm gonna go off trail. Obviously not supposed to, but I'm going to. We should see this. What's left of this root system near the surface. Like, again, camera does not do it justice how big this really is. It's probably at least as long as I am tall. If I laid down straight and I had the headspace, which I don't, I could actually showcase how this is probably exactly my length. So like 6 feet, 6'2", somewhere in that range. But of course there's a lot of layers, a lot of depth to it. Ah, you can actually see St. Helens poking through here. We're high enough up now. That's St. Heli right there. Ah, pretty nifty. Damn, that's recently split. And that looks like it was a live, healthy tree, so that's interesting. Jesus. In fact, that's this log right here, this dark one, is that tree. That's crazy. It doesn't look like it was chopped down, it's split. But it looks like it was live and healthy. It didn't look like it had fungus, so that's interesting. It was a lightning strike, maybe? Interesting. Well, look up there. They believe a waxing gibbous, not a waning. Unless we did have a full moon recently. Dude, that shows up way better even normal zoom than I thought it would. That's too epic. Look at how like sheer that ridgeline is too. Isn't that neat? Contrary to all the rest of the ridges, I'm trying to spot the plane for you. It's not gonna work well. I tried. That's just so pretty. Good God, that's amazing. Dude, this is actually way better than I expected the views to be from up here. I honestly, no, wait, nope, sorry. So that's Mount Adams then. Sorry, this is Mount Adams. That's a cloud. That's funny. It doesn't look like Adams from the top though. If you look at that, that actually might be Rainier. Because the top doesn't quite look right. It looks a little rougher. It looks a little bit more like Rainier. That's what you call Mount St. Helens though. Wow, that fooled the shit out of me. Holy crap. Jeez, look at that view. Would you just look that view? Dude, that's incredible, dude. Jeez, that's crazy. YECK, Mount Hood. Mount Hood. Sunset covered top of Powell Butte rolling hills. Crazy. Wow. And to think I almost did not come here. I almost didn't do this. I almost went straight back home. That's crazy. Mount St. Helens. And again, either Rainier or Adams. I'm sure that's Adams. It is the right distance. Slightly further north, which is correct. I don't remember the native name for Mount Adams at the moment. It's one I keep forgetting. Like Jefferson. God, that's amazing.
And we're gonna watch anyone but you.
Hello, Pupper. God damn, like, there's not a bad view in the house, so to speak. But Mount Hood peeking out. Just ever so slightly. Hello.
How you doing?
You'd skip into Maloo, my darling. Everything. Nice flood. I still get that little kid urge to be like, there's gotta be fish in there. I wanna fish it. This is Thailand and you have betta fish fishing in there. Surprising from how far back you can actually see more buildings in the distance than you'd expect. Yeah, if I was up here just a bit earlier and I got a little more of a move on, I could have had the perfect shot of St. Helens from up here. What a loss. Not really any regrets. You just barely see a plane coming into land at PDX. Yeah, that's pretty damn cool. Little oak savanna. Just a little one.
Hey, do you want part of a protein bar in there?
No. We're going the other one? Really?
There's a lot of lights lined in to come in right now. It's crazy. Good evening, pupper. Alright, folks, well, I'm gonna sign off here. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this little jaunt. I got here a little earlier and it wasn't so typical me getting so many different shots of things that are unnecessary and stopping for different things. I would have actually done way better than I have today. So that said, once again, thank you for watching. Again, the name is Danny, the channel is Trippin Outdoors. Hopefully there's going to be a few more of these adventures here very soon. From the day of February the 22nd, 2024. Hope to see you in yet another day. Stay safe out there. And enjoy yourself a little. It's just starting to get crispy. Ain't that something? Good God. It's never so easy to just say goodbye and leave. There's always something else. I am telling you though, this is such an incredible freaking trek, incredible freaking day. And I still probably couldn't tell you which trails I took. Absolutely insane. One more quick thing, a thought. So this is St. Helens, obviously, as we all know, right? St. Helens, that's obvious. That, therefore, it's about the right distance, right? So that should be the top of Adams. But remember what I said earlier about that being about the right shape for the top of Rainier, but not Adams? And Mount Hood's here. And I'm not sure about perspective, but that feels geographically like Mount Hood is legitimately further east. And if that's the case, man, then that actually probably is Rainier and not Mount Adams. And Mount Adams might be hidden behind these ridges over here. So that's my guess, is that actually this is probably actually Rainier and not Adams at all. But who knows? Just thought I'd bring that up.